Right, so Owen is here,
Hello, friends.
sort of. So
In spirit.
he didn't bring his usual computer, so he had to use someone else's computer, but that computer is 15 years old. So now he is here, he is on my phone, right, I've got him hooked up to the speaker, and basically I'm recording his audio through here, and we've run a test, so all the stuff works, so you should have been able to hear him say hello, friends. And yeah, we are going to go through like this because this idiot, for the second time in 3 weeks, has managed to bungle his has managed to bungle his technical requirements.
This will be a lot easier after summer once I'm not on the move as much.
Yes, yes. Because obviously before you decided to record on your phone, which didn't record, so I was just sat here like a lemon, looking like I was laughing at myself for 3 hours. And then,
that video didn't get a lot of views, did it?
A shock. And then the week before, your internet wasn't working. To be fair, the internet not working is the most manageable thing because this is basically the same setup we got now. But at least normally people can see you, and now they're just going to randomly hear some technical voice spawning in. Right.
Oh, good.
Right. So, obviously, matchday 2 is finished off now. It finished off last night. And we are probably in the midst of the most entertaining group stages of a World Cup that we've had, at least in our lifetimes. So, we are having very much fun with this. And we are going to do the same setup that we did last week, where... Was it last week? Yeah, last week, where we discussed the games, the groups, and then we will give some general thoughts on some stuff. And Owen is very upset at some of yesterday's results, so we will wait that until the end.
Very frustrating.
He's very sad. I'm not sure which one he's more upset about, but we will get to that in jolly good time. Right.
England. Of course I'm more upset about England.
I'm not sure if you're more upset about that or Homelander.
No, I'll explain why. Let's get on with it.
I can hear the upsetness in your voice already. Right.
Upsetness, is that a word?
No, but I just made it up. I will add it to the Oxford Dictionary by myself, and I will be accredited for that singular word. Right. First game, we made our predictions. You wrote yours down, I didn't, but I think I said Czechia would get a point against South Africa. I don't know exactly, but...
I had Czechia winning that, but South Africa somehow got a point, which I was not expecting.
South Africa did indeed steal a point, and it was a late goal. I don't really want to cover too much on that game, just because it's not really important.
Can we just skip that one?
Next up, we had Mexico-South Korea. Have you seen all the Mexico-South Korea fans?
What about them?
They're like best friends now.
Why?
I don't know. There's been these bunch of videos on the internet. All these Mexican and South Koreans all having parties in the streets. So there was one video where this random Mexican lady was twerking on and bodily sexually harassing some random South Korean geezer.
I bet he loved that.
He kept avoiding her kiss, but he was happy for her to twerk on him.
What are you watching? It sounds like some soft porn.
No, it was on Twitter. Right? It was on
okay.
X. Okay, don't blame me for this. Listen, it's football content, right? I'm not one of those people.
That is not football content.
No, it was Listen, no, there was an entire group of South Koreans, and they, in typical, apparently, South American fashion, this one lady with red head started, with the encouragement of all her fellow countrymen.
Sit down on them.
Yeah, started twerking on this random Korean guy's dingle dangles. And then she started trying to kiss him after she jumped into his arms, and he kept ducking the kiss. It was quite funny.
She jumped into his arms?
Yeah.
How thirsty was this woman?
Hey, she wanted some K-pop drama, clearly.
Oh my goodness.
So, on to the game. Obviously, it was a bit of a tight one. Mexico still haven't conceded a goal at this tournament. So, they've won the group. Effectively, like they're going to win the group.
Yeah, they're looking strong.
Yeah, as long as because they've got the head-to-head over South Korea now, which means that they've won the group. So the Czechs lost to South Korea. So unless South Korea lose to South Africa, South Korea are going to finish top of that group. No, South Korea are going to finish second in that group. So we've got a nice game coming up for that, and then we'll be able to move on to the next one. We'll move on to the next round. Apparently Koreans and Mexico are actually playing surprisingly well. So we've got those games. Those games start tonight, 2:00 in the morning. So we'll run through predictions as we go through the games, by the way, because then it actually becomes a bit easier. Get your predictions up, will you?
I haven't actually done mine yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you can make them now. So Czechia against Mexico. What you got?
Mexico 2-0.
I think Mexico are going to rest a bunch of their guys because they've won the group already. So I think that'll be maybe a 1-0 or even a draw. I don't see Czechia scoring, even though they have scored in both of their games so far. And then South Africa, South Korea.
South Korea will win that comfortably.
Yeah, I think they'll win that by 2. I don't see South Africa doing much more. But at least South Africa got a point. That's always positive.
Yes.
We root for the underdogs.
They scored a goal, at least.
Yep, they did.
I don't think there's any team that hasn't scored a goal yet.
There must be one, but we'll find out. So
no, Curacao have, Cape Verde have, Qatar have.
Iran?
Oh, 80.
Have Iran?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think Iran have. But I'm not sure Haiti have, because they lost 1-0 to Scotland.
Haiti definitely haven't.
3-0 to Brazil.
But they're not a real football team anyway. They're just happy to be there.
Yeah, but some of the others are pulling their weight.
Right, on to Group B. A couple of thrashings in here. So we had Switzerland smack up Bosnia 4-1 in a very, very cruel fashion.
Which they kind of had to do after that first game against Qatar.
Yeah, and even then, they probably should have peppered Qatar anyway, but they didn't manage to. So Switzerland managed to. Xhaka was cruel. I mean, all of the goals in that game happened after the 74th minute. Like, they scored 2.
Yeah.
Like, no, they scored 4. There were 3 goals after the 90th minute. Xhaka
it's not like they were even dominating until late.
Yeah, Xhaka didn't give the kid the chance to seal his hat-trick because that's cruel because they were already 3-1 up and goal difference isn't even as big a thing in this tournament, so that's stupid.
Yeah.
And then obviously Bosnia got a goal. I hope Dzeko gets a goal in the last game.
Why Xhaka?
Edin Dzeko for Bosnia.
Oh, Dzeko.
Yeah.
Why?
He's old.
You have some affiliation to him?
No, he's just old and he's in the last World Cup.
Okay.
What,
I didn't think you were one for handouts.
No, I don't want it to be a handout. I just hope that he gets a goal. That's all.
Good. Words of motivation.
Exactly. I believe in you, Dzeko. I believe in you.
I believe in you, Edin.
No, I don't. But hey, let's go with it. Next up, we've got... So, Canada beat the brakes off Qatar. Qatar
was cool. 6-0.
I know. And the thing, that was a domination, right? Like, they had 30...
From the start to finish.
I've got the numbers up now. So, guess how many shots Canada had?
In the 30s?
32. Guess how many shots Qatar had?
2?
What? Have you checked this before?
No, I'm just that good.
They had 2.
There we go, I'm just that good.
They had 2, and Canada had 32.
32-2. Seems fair.
I know.
And the other news, that guy probably ended his career.
Who?
Is it Kone, the midfielder?
Yeah.
Have you not seen that?
No, what happened?
One of the guitar players basically folded his leg into.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's...
It's like a career-ending injury.
Oh, God, that's not nice.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So...
Ugh, that's horrible. My goodness. Unlucky. What a place to get already. What a place to get that. So, the table for that group, we've got as... Let's see where I can get this. Get 'em. Table for that group, we've got, so, Canada and Switzerland. They play in the final game, I believe.
Yeah.
So that decides the group. So obviously we've got a big game there. If that's a draw, then Canada will top it on goal difference.
I think Switzerland win that.
I agree with you. That game is tonight, 8:00, so we'll know the answer to that before we go to bed. And then Bosnia play Qatar. If the winner of that group the winner of that game will actually probably end up in the knockout round. Because 4 points is probably going to be enough.
Unless they draw, which would be a catastrophe to both of them.
Yeah, that would just be like 2 points just to hang your heads in shame.
I think they're going to draw, you know.
I think Bosnia will win. I just don't trust Qatar. Qatar had their moment with their 90th minute goal against Switzerland to get a draw. I think they're sort of done from here on in.
I have a strong feeling that they're going to draw and both end with 2 points and neither of them get to the knockout round.
It would be quite funny, but I don't think that'll happen.
I'm on hate watch.
For what? Why?
You're being nice and being like, oh, I want Dzeko to score on his last World Cup.
He's 40 years old!
And I'm just on hate watch. I just want both these teams to suffer.
But
I have no affiliation.
What's your beef with either of them?
I don't have beef with either of them. I just don't want to see them in the knockout round.
This is so spiteful. For what?
I am in a spiteful mood. And none of these teams deserve to go to the knockout round of a World Cup. They're both abysmal.
You're a nasty man. Right.
I'm not. Go on, carry on.
On to group.
What's the next group?
Group C. We got Scotland and Morocco. They played. Morocco scored in the 2nd minute, and that was the only goal of the game. Rather disappointing.
Barry.
Hey.
Barry, who's gone to Bayern, scored.
Yeah, and then so that Morocco, they're just steady, right? They really should be on 6 points right now. Like they got unlucky in the first game, I thought, because ultimately, if they did score,
they played better.
Yeah, they certainly played better than Brazil, and obviously it's a shame that they might lose it out on goal difference because again they did outshoot Scotland 2-1, and then. Obviously, they generated some chances as well. Like, they really should have scored more. Whereas Brazil got to beat up on Haiti, and they won 3-0. So, and apparently Haiti, like, I don't know why Haiti decided to play an actual football game. Like, what are you doing? Just sit in, pack the butt. Like, Brazil only had 8 shots the entire game, and Haiti had 7. And
I am behind Haiti. They're going to get their first goal of the tournament.
Now who's being a softie?
I just want them to get 1 goal just for the fans.
But it's Haiti. Who cares about Haiti?
Me? I've met a lot of people from Haiti.
But you have not met one.
Port-au-Prince. That's the capital.
Why? I can't believe we're having a conversation about Haiti. Why do you know Haitians?
It is part of the Francophone world. They're French-speaking. I have a lot of friends who come from Haiti, who live in France, and I'd like it for the country to have 1 goal that their fans can celebrate.
But when I want one person to score a goal in the final game of their World Cup career, you're having a hissy fit, even though Haiti will be back in more World Cups.
We shall see, but I just want them to have their moment. I want every team to be able to score, have at least something for the travelling fans to celebrate.
You know what, screw it. At this point, I want Haiti to lose 4-0 tonight. I want Morocco to actually score all their chances.
You're on a hate watch like I am. Haiti are a very nice team. They're French-speaking. I have friends from there. I have affiliations. I don't care about Bosnia or Qatar. I don't have anything to do with them.
French speaking is not justification for you to... This is ridiculous. I can't believe we're arguing about Haiti, right? So...
They've also had it rough economically.
But what the hell? Who cares?
Ever since the Haitian Revolution, that didn't work out well for them. The first slave-led revolution, the only slave-led revolution in history. It's a country with rich history and a real rags to riches story. And now I want them to represent.
I cannot believe that this is a real conversation that we're having to have right now.
Search it up, Haitian Revolution.
I've got my phone right now. I'm holding it close to the laptop, just so
I believe it was in 1789. Fact check that, but 1789. By the way, I did not look that up.
Haitian Revolution. What number did you say?
1789.
Oh, you're so close.
What was it?
1791.
No, it started in 1789.
Well, maybe the conditions, but officially the thing is 1791.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, and this is So the situation was in 1789, and then in 1791 the actual slave rebellion kicked in.
When did I'm searching it up? I only trust myself.
Owen, why would I lie about this?
Because I studied this.
Oh my goodness.
Fine, 1791.
See, why would I lie about this?
At least I had the right, time period. Anyway,
I mean, you were
my point stands. A rags to riches story. Get a goal in the World Cup. Maybe try and snatch a point off Morocco.
I would. Who do I want to finish top of that group, based on France?
Oh, I'm mixing it up. The French Revolution was in 1789.
Oh, okay.
And that was the spark which, that was the reason why the Haitian Revolution happened, because they saw what was going on in France. And they were like, we can do that as well. So that's what I was thinking of.
I see, okay.
You see? Affiliations.
I see.
Many affiliations.
My goodness. Okay, right. Brazil-Haiti. Obviously, that was a bit of a thrashing 3-0. So I don't see Haiti getting much of anything against Morocco. What's your prediction for that?
1-1.
Oh, 1-1, okay. What, you think they're going to nick a point?
Yeah. 1-1.
No chance.
And it's going to be a last-minute equal.
I will dance at your wedding and you can record it if they take a point off Morocco in that particular fashion with a 90th minute goal.
The keeper's going to score from a corner.
I will dance. I will do a full Billie Jean routine for 4.5 minutes if that happens.
Deal.
You have my word on that.
Deal. Okay.
And I'll roll my suit. I'll roll my suit trousers up, and I'll have the socks. I'll do the whole routine.
Wait, just to clarify, is that if is 1-1 or if they score in the last minute?
If it's a draw and they score in the last minute, so it could be 1-1, 2-2, 3-3.
So if it's a draw and there's a last, or can we say stoppage time goal?
Yeah, obviously stoppage time, last minute, same thing.
Okay, cool.
And if they win, right?
Then what?
I don't know. I have to think of something.
You do the worm.
All right, let's behave here.
If Haiti beat Morocco, come on.
No, absolutely not.
You are this confident.
I will do 2 Michael Jackson routines.
What percentage chance is there
About-
that Haiti beat Morocco?
About 2%, but I will do 2 Michael Jackson routines. I'm not doing the worm.
The worm.
No, absolutely not. I'm the bookmaker here.
No?
Yes.
You do Billie Jean dancing if that happens, draw and last in stoppage time goal. And if Haiti win, it's the worm.
No, I'm not doing that. I will do 2 Michael Jackson routines. And that might be with a crooked shoulder, so you'll be in for some entertainment.
Either way, it will be entertaining. I am going to be rooting for Haiti so bad that game. You have no idea. Can we also say, so if they do win, you still have to do the Michael Jackson?
Yeah, that goes with it.
Regardless of last minute goal or whatever.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. Okay. And then obviously Brazil, Scotland. Brazil are just going to beat the brakes off them, aren't they?
I don't know, because Scotland haven't conceded Scotland have only conceded 1 goal yet.
Actually, they won't beat the brakes off them, but Scotland play they play too safe.
Yeah.
They don't take any risks. So it will only be like a 1-0, 2-0 game, but I don't think Scotland have enough going forward.
I agree with you. Neymar's back, so I'm hoping that.
Is he on the bench?
I imagine he'll play 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
1 second. This is some work stuff. Awesome.
Also, I love how in this World Cup there's like the perfect dichotomy between, I don't even know if that's the right word, but you've got the previous generation bowing out and the new generation arriving at the same time. Like, you've got Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, who were like, how are they still playing at the World Cup? You've got all them. And then you've got Yamal and, you know, Mbappe, all the young...
This is Mbappe's third, isn't it? So it's more Yamal than Haaland.
More Yamal, Haaland, some of the younger players. Who,
This is the cool thing about the 2018 World Cup, because obviously some of the guys who are in the tournament now, they just wouldn't have been there before, because Haaland wouldn't have been here, you know?
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
So, Brazil, Scotland. I think that's going to be...
It is very shameful how Italy haven't even qualified, considering there's 48 teams involved.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. Brazil, Scotland. I think that my hope is that Neymar. So Brazil's problem so far, I think we've said it already, is that they can't connect the midfield to the attack. Neymar shouldn't do too much dribbling because I don't trust his body at all.
Yeah, I don't think anyone does.
He just needs to walk and thread some through balls and take some free kicks. And he shouldn't even jog to take the corner kicks, right? He should just be walking the entire time.
Just be there so, you know, you can be there. Participate.
Be there so you can do the passing stuff, and that's it. I think Brazil will only win 1-0 because... Yeah, I think Brazil will only win... No, not one. I think 1-0 or 2-1. I don't see them being able to put a bucket of goals because ultimately they still do have quite a functional team, and Rafinha's hurt, and he's quite a important piece for them. So they don't really have any runners in behind now. I'm hoping that Endrick finally plays.
Yeah, they got him off the bench last game for a bit, but he didn't play long.
Yeah, I think if him and Neymar come on at the same time, that could be a nice little spark plug to the team. Obviously, Vinny's had a nice World Cup so far. He's got a goal, he's got a couple of goals and assists. So he's been nice. So hopefully Brazil can really get something going because I'd much rather them finish top than Morocco, purely because of the fact that Brazil would be on the other side of the bracket, and that would be there'd be some good games in there if they end up on that side of the bracket. So that is my hope. So predictions, what have you got? Brazil, Scotland?
2-0 Brazil.
Okay, I've got 2-1. Morocco, Haiti. 1-1.
2-1 Morocco.
You got 2-1 Morocco?
Maybe.
No, what's your prediction?
Yes, 2-1.
Okay. So I've made a wager for something that you don't even believe in. Great. I am the sucker here.
Yeah. I obviously would like it to happen, but if we're doing official predictions, I guess I have to give you my official prediction.
Right, on to Group D. So the US have punched their ticket as the top spot. And
now everybody thinks they're going to win the World Cup.
I don't think everybody thinks they're going to win the World Cup, Owen. Let's be honest.
All the Americans do.
Well, they're not real people. Sorry, Anish.
They're all like...
Jordan, all of you Americans.
They're all like, well, you know, if we have a break in a game, something happens, you never know what's going to happen in one game. It's like, you have 4 games like that. Do you know what's the path that they would have to go through?
I think their spot to the quarterfinals is actually quite easy.
Yeah, I've heard they have Egypt, which I want to... Let's suppose brackets stay the same. They'll have to face Egypt, which is one of the easier round of 16s, in fairness.
Round of 32s.
Sorry, I think that's in the round of 16, is it not?
Okay. I mean, I don't know, right? But it's just round of 32 next, isn't it? So, I mean, but either way, right? Let's focus on the brackets after match day 3. But I do think that it is... I think everyone's been quite shocked. Like, they've won their first 2 games by a combined score of 6-1. Like,
They're playing Paraguay and Australia.
Australia are every World Cup, basically.
They're terrible.
But they're at every World Cup.
Look at their rankings in the world.
Owen,
Their
they're
team
not a...
cannot play football.
Owen, they are not some... Owen, they're only 22nd.
Where were the US? 16th or something?
16, yeah. Listen, the US are ahead of
Why am
Uruguay.
I just guessing everything's spot on today? I guess the shots, Canada's shots to Qatar's.
I think you're having me on it. I don't think you're actually getting all these right.
I do not have any computer in front of me anymore. I've closed it.
You have a phone, though.
This is completely off the top of my head.
I don't trust this.
You really think I would have the time to search up?
You can do it right now. Owen, if I can send texts to people while we're doing this, because it's to do with work, you can also search some statistical information.
I can't multitask. All I'm doing right now is talking to a phone and drinking.
Have you eaten yet?
I had breakfast.
No, as in whilst we're on this.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
Like
Oh
usual.
God! Something funny happened the other day, actually, to do with you eating peanuts.
To do with me eating peanuts?
Yeah, while we were on the call. You'll find out in a couple of months.
What?
You'll find out in a couple of months.
Is this something to do with a wedding gift?
It's nothing sinister.
Did you screenshot me eating peanuts?
No.
Okay.
Look, you'll find out soon enough. Right. On to the next game. Turkey and Paraguay. Turkey are the perennial dark horse pick of all these hipsters, and they always end up doing awful.
Yeah.
My kebab man was distraught when I went to get food on.
They the World Cup and they didn't score once.
I know.
That's the other team that hadn't scored, Turkey.
My kebab man he's in what on earth? My kebab man, he's Turkish. He was distraught at what happened. He says he was up until 4 o'clock in the morning. He says he was up until 4 o'clock in the morning, and
that's just sad.
Oh. Yeah, he was up until 4 o'clock in the morning watching the game, and he was throwing stuff. He was furious because I saw him about 12 hours later when I went to get some food, and he started cursing out all of the Turkish players.
That's just sad.
What? He's a proud Turkishman.
To be fair, it's not like their stats. They've got Ardagula, Kalanoglu.
Yilmaz, who every woman's thirsting over.
Are they?
Yeah. So on the internet there was a tweet, and it was like, my dream is for Kenan Yildiz or whatever to impregnate me 3 times, and then after he runs away, leaves me, and then 5 years later, while she was arguing with him, he drags her into the corner and impregnates her a 4th time, then leaves again.
What are you reading on Twitter?
Oh, this World Cup has brought some incredible content.
Wait, Burak Yilmaz?
No, the young handsome fellow, that Kenan Yildiz or whatever, the Juventus player.
Yildiz? Juventus?
Yeah, Kenan Yildiz or whatever. I don't know.
Because I just searched up Yilmaz.
No.
It came up with an old man, like a 40-year-old football coach.
No. He plays for Juve. Just type in Juventus, and then I think it's Yildiz.
Yildiz?
Yeah,
with the long hair.
He's like 20 or something.
He's got a weird shaped face.
I know, he's a bit strange, but everyone, like, these women are thirsting over him. Yeah, Kenan Yildiz.
Okay, I can kind of get it, but...
Yeah, he's not ugly, is he? But it's just like, Christ.
He's got weird eyes.
Who knows? That is funny.
Yeah, I do get it, but... Jeez.
Yeah, man.
That's an extreme... You need to change your algorithm on it.
Hey, I'm not one of those people who get infested with adult content. Like some people always complain about how they get X-rated content on Twitter, and I'm just like, you have to be searching for that on Twitter, because I never have any of it. I don't have the OnlyFans accounts. I don't have any of these weird softcore porn accounts. I don't have any of these weird stuff on there. And then I see people saying, and I see people complaining about, oh, my Twitter algorithm is porn. And I'm just like, right, well, that's clearly your fault. That's nothing to do with me. That's nothing to do with Elon, right? Elon is whatever. I don't think he's out here trying to force feed porn into your algorithm.
So, trying to force feed AI girlfriends, probably.
I can see him doing that more than force feeding the actual videos.
Well, yeah, because then they actually get money off it.
Exactly. He makes and generates the AI bots which people pay to talk to. Yeah, I can see him doing that, but I don't see him actively forcing all these. So I just think all these people, they're all. The internet term is now gooners. Like.
Well, if you think about it, if you put porn on their feed, then they get more depressed, and then they spend more time on social media, which gets in more money.
Okay, right. I really think we should stop talking about porn and Twitter algorithms.
Okay, moving on.
Next topic. We're on predictions for this. So, Turkey, USA, what you got?
USA. Turkey have nothing to play. Well, neither team has anything to play for, but
I think it'll be a draw.
USA will have the home crowd factor.
I think the US will get a draw. I think it's a 1.
No, they want some confidence going into the knockout rounds.
I think they're going to rest a few guys though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll rest a few because the group's locked up.
That's true.
And then next up, the other game we got is Paraguay against the Australians. What you got?
1-1.
I mean, that game's big because if Paraguay win, they finish second in the group.
Paraguay have how many points?
Paraguay are on 3, Australia are on 3. Australia have the better goal differential because they've conceded 2-2, but Paraguay obviously got thrashed by the US.
So did Paraguay just win 1-0 against Turkey?
Yeah, it was just 1-0. So Paraguay need the win.
Paraguay need to win it. If Australia draw, they go through.
Well, guaranteed to go through because obviously there's the whole third place stuff.
Yeah. So I would probably go draw 1-1.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Next up, we have Group E. So.
Well, that's rare.
What? I agree with you.
Yeah.
I know. Next up, Germany beat Ivory Coast with a last-minute goal. So that was I think Curacao still haven't scored, but they've got a point.
Yeah, Germany really blew that game because I was like, when Ivory Coast for 70% of the game were just destroying them, and then I said, I was like, right, Ivory Coast need another goal because Germany are gonna make something happen now, and then obviously Undav came on, and that was history.
Yeah, well, to be fair, right, the first half was like, obviously Germany almost doubled them up in shots. They had twice the big chances. They forced a bunch of more saves from the goalkeeper. So, I think Germany were always going to be the favourite for this to manage to find their way with it. They made it obviously harder than they needed to because it was the Ivory Coast and they 30th minute, Frank Kessie scoring, and then they needed Dennis Undav to go crazy. Germany's striking options are absolutely disgraceful, by the way. You've got Havertz, who's a connector, and no runners to go off him. You've got 2026 Leroy Sané on the wing. And then you have Wirtz and Musiala. It's like, what the hell is going on, man? Germany used to have Klose, Mario Gomez, you had Thomas Muller,
yeah.
You had a bunch of guys who could score goals, and now you've just got whatever the hell this is.
I mean, people are saying shouldn't have start, but he's been doing well off his role on the bench coming on. So we'll see what they do with that.
I'd keep him on the bench probably for now, to be honest, because Havertz can wear guys out over the course of 60 minutes, then you bring him on.
Yeah,
so that's probably what I'd go with.
But maybe they'll rotate for this last game, so they basically wrap the group up already.
Have they? Let's have a look at what the group situation is. Group E. Oh, yeah, they've got the head-to-head on Ivory Coast. Yeah, so they've won the group. Their group is all done. So, yeah, they'll probably rest a bunch of guys. So I think they'll probably draw this last game. I don't see them being able to. It's Ecuador, so they might, but Ecuador also do have something to play for. So, because if Ecuador win, then they go on to 4 points. And they play, obviously, Ivory Coast are playing Curacao. But if Ecuador have 4 points, then that will probably lead to them going through to the next round. Ivory Coast will beat Curacao. So that'll leave them on 6 points. I hope Curacao get a point.
Why? They already...
Or even a win. They won't, but, even a win.
I don't care about Curacao.
Oh, well, dude, you can't just care about Haiti.
Where even is Curacao?
So?
Is it in the Caribbean?
Why is that important?
I don't know. I just want to know where it is.
Owen, I didn't ever pay attention in geography. Right? You expect me to know the answer to this?
Curacao. Let me search it up.
Right. Owen, nobody cares. Owen, nobody cares about where Curacao is.
It's a beautiful island.
Who cares? We're talking about football.
It's a Dutch Caribbean island.
Oh, that explains we got Dick Advocat in. But either way, who cares?
Yeah, but it has... Is it Spanish? Does it have Spanish speakers?
Oh, and we don't... Oh, my goodness. How are you enraging me more on the phone than if you were on the camera?
I'm just trying to, get involved with the underdogs. Trying to understand their culture.
What, by understanding what language they speak?
Yeah, this is the beauty of the World Cup. It brings people together. It brings cultures and countries
shut up,
together.
Owen, shut up. Just give me a prediction. Owen, just give me a prediction.
Germany will beat Ecuador 2-1. And Curacao will lose to Ivory Coast 3-0.
I think Ecuador, Germany.
And Liverpool, by the end of next week, will have sealed the Andy Amanda deal.
Ivory Coast are still going to be in the World Cup, you moron.
Please, I beg. Yeah, it doesn't mean we can't. We've already reached personal terms, apparently.
Oh, okay. Bit expensive for a winger who's 19 years old, but...
Who cares? Have you seen him play?
Still, he's 19 years old, but either way, different topic.
He's going to be one of the top wingers in the world.
Different topic. I think Germany-Ecuador will be a draw. I think Ivory Coast will beat Curacao by 3-0. I think they'll beat them up.
That's what I just said.
I know, but that's not the point here. Group
There
F.
seems to be a lot of imitation going on here.
So, Group F, Netherlands battered Sweden 5-1. So, Sweden's goal differential is back down to net zero.
Which is hilarious.
Because they battered Tunisia.
All you had to do was not concede 5 goals.
I know, and they managed to concede 5.
Like, you could have even conceded 3 and no one would have cared.
But yeah, so the Dutch, obviously, they got off the mark because they drew to Japan in a rather disappointing fashion because they led twice and then ultimately they let the lead slip both times. And then obviously the Japanese, they managed to get a win because they battered Tunisia, who are now on a on a -8 goal difference, which is not good.
Yeah, not good at all, and sacking their coach didn't help like we predicted.
No, it did not at all. So the Dutch, obviously, they were 4-0 up before the hour mark. Sweden scored a goal right before the hour, and then Somerville made it 5-1. So there's a bit of rumblings now. Like, some people are beginning to like the Dutch to win the tournament because they managed to batter Sweden. What do you think?
Well, also the guy who predicted. There's an economist who predicted the last 2.
Oh, and there's like 50 of these people, and they've all picked different winners this time.
And he predicted Netherlands. Yeah, but he got the last 2 right. He got Argentina and France right.
Other people also got the last 2 right, and someone predicted Spain, someone predicted Italy. No, not Italy, I'm making stuff up. Someone predicted Spain, someone predicted Brazil somehow, someone predicted England, no one predicted France, annoyingly enough. But that might be why I'm not putting any stock in any of them.
I'm just saying, Netherlands could be a sneaky pick.
I mean, look, of all the, I wouldn't mind the Dutch winning it, because obviously I like Van Dijk.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't mind them winning it. They're probably, maybe my 3rd or 4th choice to win. I just completely forgot about them going into the tournament. France, Portugal, and then the Dutch are somewhere in there with that next group that I'd like to win.
Also, I've never seen someone perform this well for their country and that poorly for their club.
Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? The way that
never in my life.
The way that Madrid fans talk about Mbappe when Mbappe is just Like, Mbappe is maybe 15-20% better for France. Gakpo is like 3,000% better for the Netherlands than he is for
It's ridiculous.
It's hilarious.
I can't even watch them because it angers me that much.
Because that's back-to-back World Cups now, and the Euros he was on smoke as well.
Every single major tournament he is.
I know. So the Dutch, we'll see what happens with them. The Sweden's people, I think it's sort of what we ended up expecting. Like, they were never going to be that good going forward. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's Tunisia, so
I think from your point of view, it's just good that Isak's having a nice tournament so far.
Yeah, but I'm also kind of on Isak hate watch.
He is your record signing. You paid 100 and something million for him. You cannot be on hate watch just because your friend said he's going to be good.
We have a bet.
So?
You said Tatum won't be 90% of himself, and you said Isak would come good and Verts. And I said none of it's going to happen.
Oh, your pride cannot... Okay, the Tatum thing you actively want to happen because it makes the Celtics better. You cannot seriously want your own team to suffer just to be right against me.
I don't want them to suffer. I just don't want those players in particular to do
well.
If
Isak and Verts stink, you're not going to do anything.
Fine, I don't think we'll do anything.
This is what I'm dealing with. To all of you watching right now, this is the type of insolence I had to deal with for 12 years up to this point.
Get Diamande. Get TK back fit.
He's got a torn Achilles!
TK in the middle. And then in the midfield, play Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Bendrart.
Oh, and he's got a torn Achilles!
Well, you know, maybe get a little Bradley Barkler in on the left.
You're being ridiculous. I cannot believe this.
Also, I know that we're not on this yet. Actually, I'll leave it for when we talk about France. Go on.
Yeah. I think I know where you're going with it, but I'll wait until we get there. So Tunisia, Japan. Japan always play well at these things. They might not win a bunch of games.
I told you, they're sneaky like spoilers.
They're a really tidy team, and they're really smart, and their technique's beautiful. It's just they're built too skinny, so that's their problem. But they are a legit.
If they beat up on Sweden, though, they could top the group.
Could they? No, because the Netherlands have Tunisia.
Yeah. So Netherlands won 5-1, so that's +4, and Japan are +3.
Yeah, I see the Netherlands beating the brakes off Tunisia, man.
Yeah, I do as well.
Like it's nice that these are one of the groups that actually has something to play for in terms of top spot.
Yeah,
because obviously
it's been definitely more competitive.
Because there's half the groups that we've covered so far, they're basically done. Obviously, the other half is not necessarily, but it's nice that there's still some. Tunisia, if they win, they could actually go through somehow because they'll be on 3 points, which gives you a decent chance of going through. Because that would also mean that they have the head-to-head. Oh no, they wouldn't have the head-to-head over any of the teams that they'd be in direct competition with, but still. But I expect the Netherlands to do a number on them. I think maybe another goal from Van Dijk, because I don't see the Tunisians maybe doing anything, and I also see them scoring a bunch of goals. Japan and Sweden to decide second place for what you will, because I don't see Japan being able to thump them. I think that might be a draw. Yeah. Japan are tidy. Sweden are fine. I think Japan are the more likely to win, but at the end of the day...
I would like that, because I'd like Sweden to go through just to see Isak in the knockout rounds.
But you're on Isak hate watch.
I want to see him in the knockout rounds. Alright, if Isak comes good, I'm not exactly going to be mad.
Okay, at least we've got that out of the way.
It's more of a win-win situation, because if he plays really well, I'm like, yeah, he plays for my club. If he plays badly, I'm like, well, I knew it was coming.
Right, you're ridiculous. Right,
that's where we stand.
I think that, Japan obviously don't have the best player on the field, and Gyökeres, with his size and speed, might be able to cause a problem for them, because he doesn't have to do any of the traditional striker stuff instead in terms of the link-up back-to-goal stuff, because Isak can take care of that. So... Gyökeres just has to run and shoot. That's basically all he has to do. So they've sort of simplified his role.
Which is all he can do, so it's a good job.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Japan will probably. I think that'll be a draw tonight. I think they're going to stomp on Tunisia. What do you think?
I'm gonna go draw as well. Japan, Sweden, maybe 2-2, and then Netherlands are gonna win 4-0 against Tunisia.
Oh, I was wrong. On to the next group. Iran did score 2. They drew against New Zealand, and they also drew against Belgium. So
Yes.
So Iran beat. So Iran apparently they really could have. Apparently they had, well the goal they got ruled out was like a bit of a robbery as well. So
Yeah.
and obviously Belgium got a red card. Belgium are pants, as I predicted. Egypt also won. So Egypt are in a very good position right now. If Egypt win,
They're in a great position.
Yeah, if Egypt win, then they top the group.
Which I can see that happening.
I mean, even a draw might be enough.
Wait, are they playing? No, they're playing Iran, are they?
Yeah, a draw so a draw would be enough to keep them above Iran, and okay, so I don't know how it would work with Belgium. So if Belgium win and it's not by 2, and Egypt draw, say 1-1, then Egypt. So I think Belgium have to win by 3 to top the group because of the goal difference and goal score stuff. Because obviously they drew in the first game. I think Belgium beat New Zealand for what it's worth, and I think Egypt do win. I think Egypt do win tonight, but Iran are stiff. Like they're tough to play.
Also, side note, have you heard everything going on with Doku and his child?
Yeah, what do you think?
I just think she's an idiot, the reporter who wrote that.
Yeah, I think it's a bit.
It's the birth of his first child. Just let him go and be a dad.
I do think that. Like, I think it's a bit of a tough one because you don't want to turn down a call up to the World Cup, but at the same time you do know the baby's coming. So
yeah, but the baby's already been delivered. Like, he's going back to the World Cup now for the next game.
Yeah, so I didn't understand why it was such a big deal over just a game when Belgium were probably going to qualify anyway. So I thought it was a bit silly. The woman has been suspended.
Serious?
Yeah, she's been suspended from L'Equipe, which is,
That's funny.
fair enough.
She kind of deserves it.
I guess you pay people to give opinions, and they're going to give some wacky opinions sometimes. So
it's just interesting, isn't it?
yeah, it's
like some people who have the license, the platform to say stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bit
interesting
nuts.
how they got there in the first place.
Yeah, it's a bit nuts, isn't it? But like maybe he misses the game against New Zealand, but he'll be back for the game for the round of 32, assuming they get there, so it won't be a problem. Obviously, Egypt. So Salah led Egypt to their first ever World Cup win, which is great.
And he played extremely well. I told you, I'm still high on Salah. Like, this season, although he wasn't what he was,
yeah,
I still think he has maybe 8% left in the tank. Like, I don't think he's done like most people do.
I don't think he's as. I never thought he was as bad as some other people did.
Liverpool was just a mess this year.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you can't really judge Salah based on this season, considering like a year ago he had one of the greatest Premier League seasons ever.
Absolutely, like Liverpool were just a mess. So I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't put too much stock in it, but I just think the club wanted rid of him anyway.
Yeah. But whoever he goes to now, I still think he has 70 or 80% in the tank. It's just a shame because he really fit. Like, last season, it was a bit of a carry job, actually, how he carried us to the title.
Oh, absolutely. Like, there's no doubt about that whatsoever.
And it was built around him perfectly. So wherever he goes now, I can't see anyone going, oh, we're going to build it around Salah. Like, he's not going to have the same opportunity again to be able to do what he was doing.
Yeah, so I'm not entirely... Like, I did think it was a bit harsh the way that you guys forced him out. So... But I guess it just happens sometimes like that,
I'm not mad at it because we are in transition, but I think he can still score 15 to 20 goals a year, I reckon.
Really?
All comps.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a bit much. Like I was thinking, just that. Like my God.
Like if he goes to a club that's playing in Europe, domestic cups and leagues as well, I think he can still score 15 to 20.
Yeah, he could. So in terms of predictions for this, what do you reckon?
I think Egypt will win 2-0 against Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Or 2-1. And then I think Salah will score. And then I think Belgium beat New Zealand as well, maybe 2-1.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I don't think De Bruyne will go that quietly into the night. So yeah, we'll see what goes on there. In terms of the next group, we got Spain. So this is the Spanish group. So obviously Yamal came and he announced himself in grand fashion.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? 6 minutes in, he scored or something.
Yep, 6 minutes in he scored, and then we apparently just he just took over. Like he was fantastic the entire end.
And they just rested him at half time.
And then
it is funny seeing the difference between how that Spanish team is with him pulling the strings compared to without it in the team. Like,
I mean, I'm not surprised because ultimately, like with their midfielders, they can move the ball on anyone.
Yeah,
it's like in basketball, right? You could the system is such that you can create high quality shots regardless of who you're against, and you can farm against lesser teams.
Yeah,
because on another day, they could have, even against Cape Verde, they could have scored 3 or 4, but they just happened to miss some chances.
Yeah, I'm just saying as well. People are down on Spain. People are very much like, "Oh, France is going to win the tournament at the moment." If Yamal is at 90, 100%, Spain, I can easily see Spain beating France. Because there just isn't an answer for Yamal.
So I think that the main thing is ultimately, we'll talk about that going forward a bit more as the tournament progresses, but yeah, my concern is that Spain's midfield is so much better than France's.
France's holding midfielders aren't the greatest.
The thing is, I think this. So, sorry, 1 second, just some work stuff. So, France's midfield is they've got some water carriers, but ultimately they don't have real ball players. They're going to basically try and turn it into a basketball match, which Spain won't allow for. And if it turns into a basketball match, then France will win, because ultimately, if it's a basketball match and you have Mbappe and Elise versus Yamal and friends, I don't think that's enough, because Yamal's also not going to be able to sprint for the full thing. I also don't think Yamal's going to be ready to play 90 minutes at a full intensity.
Yeah, that's the only concern. And France are they're more athletic than any team in the tournament, but like you say, the one thing that can cause problems is a midfield like Spain or Portugal that keeps the ball off them, that slows the tempo down. They could really struggle against that, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And obviously Spain is Portugal's midfield I'm not as high on. I think that part of it is how well they work as a unit with the front line, even though Vitinha and Neves are obviously fantastic. Spain's midfield are so good because they'll just keep the ball and pass the ball away from you for the entire 90 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, good.
And obviously, so Spain's entire thing was they just lack that cutting edge. So with that, with Yamal there, and obviously they have Nico Williams as well, they're just in a really dangerous spot for anyone. It's just whether Yamal can be fully healthy come the business end of the tournament. So yeah. So on the other game, Uruguay and Cape Verde. Cape Verde got a point, and they were leading.
Indeed.
Honestly, like that. So, do you root for all underdogs, or is it just the ones that you care for?
Cape Verde, are they a Portuguese colony?
How am I supposed to know this?
I think it's Portuguese, but if it's Spanish, I'll root for them. Research this.
Yeah.
No, it's Portuguese. Yeah, sack them. But I do think they'll be Saudi Arabia. I do think they'll progress. Which would be crazy. 5 points. But, I mean, they're playing well. Like, their midfielder just decides to turn into prime Roberto Carlos.
Yep, they easily could have, they easily, like, it's a weird spot, and Saudi are playing well. The big game, obviously, is Uruguay-Spain, because that will,
Oh, Spain will win that.
That's going to decide the group, because if Uruguay win, then they top the group.
Uruguay, wait.
Did you see the stat that Uruguay have never won a World Cup game without Suarez since 1990?
Serious?
Yep.
Have they, did they draw against,
So they've got 2 draws.
So they're on 2 points.
They're on 2 points. So the chances of them beating Spain aren't very high. But
Well, you say they top the group. What about Cape Verde?
Cape Verde would need to win, and Spain would need to lose. And
Yeah,
Cape Verde would need
to outscore Uruguay.
Yeah, so that's how that would work. I've got it up now.
Can I just say Uruguay are not beating Spain?
Probably not, but anything can happen.
No. They don't have anyone who can score.
They've scored 3 goals at this tournament, I'll have you know.
Really?
Yes!
Against who?
Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, 3 goals against those 2 teams, and they couldn't win a game.
No, they couldn't. So what?
Disgraceful.
Do you think Spain are going to stomp them?
Yeah, I do.
What, like 3-0?
I think it'll be embarrassing, like a 4-2.
Oh, God. I think Cape Verde Saudi will be a draw. So I think Cape Verde will end on 3 points, which actually might land them in the knockout round.
I think Cape Verde win that game.
Wow.
They're better than
My
Saudi.
God. One of my old barbers is from Cape Verde.
And they've got a bit of that magic carpet ride feel at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So, on to the next group. The French. So, Mbappe is doing what he does at World Cups. Like, he just...
Dembele, my friend, came along for the
Yeah,
ride.
yeah. You and your rage baiting, even though
His
Dembele...
first major tournament goal.
Even though Dembele himself never thought he was better than the turtle. But, you decided to try and rage bait me on WhatsApp. So...
That's a Ballon d'Or winner you're disrespecting there.
The Ballon d'Or winner, before the first 135 minutes of that tournament was awful.
Listen, we don't need to be jealous of Dembele for his accomplishments, even though Mbappe hasn't got them yet. It's okay. Not everyone can win a back-to-back Champions League final or win a Ballon d'Or. It's not for everyone.
Owen,
Mustafa.
when Dembele scores in World Cup finals, then it's okay. But until then...
He's coming. He's coming, trust me.
I hope that Dembele plays well, because ultimately, if Dembele plays well...
No, you don't.
No. Listen, Owen, what is my number 1 priority in this tournament?
Let's say they get to the final and Dembele scores a hat-trick and Mbappe does nothing. You will not be happy.
Do you mean that Mbappe gets to lift the World Cup as a captain, and he's probably scored 10 goals throughout the tournament up to that point? You don't think I'd be happy?
No, I don't, because then I could say to you, Mbappe scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final and they lost. Dembele scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final and they won, and he carried it. And then you would hate me forever.
Okay. And Mbappe would have 2 World Cups as the best attacker.
That's okay. Just know that it wasn't because of him, if that happens.
But it would be. And even then, right, you're talking about a hypothetical... When has Dembele ever even scored 2 goals in a big game?
Yes.
When?
Yes.
When?
In the semi-final.
What, against Munich?
Champions League.
Did he score 2 goals in that game?
I believe so.
You really better be right about this.
No, actually, no. But he scored in 2 Champions League finals,
He didn't score last year.
Did he not?
No, he didn't. Doué scored twice, Hakimi won, Kvaratskhelia had won, and Mayulu.
Well, he scored this Champions League final from the penalty spot.
He also stunk the place out for the first hour. Okay, to be fair, he did score twice in the semi-final, first leg. Fair enough. I'll give you that. But here's the thing, right? So, look, Dembele, if he plays well, it's only good for France. Because ultimately, Dembele can play right and through the middle. Elise can play right through the middle. Mbappe can play left, right through the middle. Like, if those guys all connect up well and Barcola can just ramrod the left every time, they're unstoppable. I don't see a way they lose. So I'm all for Dembele playing well.
I much preferred France's set up this game to last, which is what I was going to come on to. With Barcola on the left.
Yeah, so France have had... So in the last 2 tournaments, because obviously the crop from 2022 is a little different to the one in 2024 in terms of the front line, because Griezmann wasn't as big and the other forward, like Giroud, was gone, obviously. So there wasn't an obvious option at centre forward. So Deschamps was experimenting quite a lot. But France's best offensive game at Euro 24 was the front line where they had Dembele, Mbappe, and Barcola. And so they scored 1 goal in that. They really could have had like 4 or 5. Mbappe missed quite a few chances, even though his general play was on point. And Barcola came on. They scored 2 goals in the last 10 minutes against Senegal. They scored 3 goals against Iraq, and they easily could have scored more. Barcola is super valuable because ultimately he just runs him behind over and over and over again. And he's always going to take his man on over and over and over again. That type of player, if you can move the ball well, which France obviously do.
Because they got Dembele and Elise pulling the strings as well.
Mainly Elise. Dembele was better in the second half, and even then, Elise was sort of the guy who was controlling everything in the final third. Like Dembele should just be used as sort of like a knit guy, like knit things together, filling gaps. If he does that, then France will be all right. Elise and Mbappe focus on that combination, and then hopefully the water carriers back front, and then Barcola just running behind every single time, make space for the others.
I prefer him to, not that he's a better player than Doué, but in this system I prefer Barcola. I think he complements the other front players better.
I think that PSG is the only team in the world that would prioritise Doué over maybe old Barcelona, but I think PSG is the only team who would prioritise Doué over Barcola.
Yeah.
Because they are much more focused on technique and composure and things like that, whereas most of the teams would take just a freak athlete.
But even then, it's not even like they're just picking out Barclays, because they got Kvaratskhelia on the left.
Yeah, of course. But Barcola can actually play both wings.
Yeah.
Like, he's really good off both, just because of his athleticism. So...
I really hope Liverpool get him.
You want both, Barcola and Diamande? You need a midfielder and a centre-back.
I want both of them.
My goodness. So yeah, Mbappe did what he does. Iraq are a non-factor. So yeah, that's it. Norway-Senegal. Haaland is being a monster, as we sort of expected.
And he had one of the funniest post-match interviews I've ever seen.
He's just like, they're probably going to beat us. They're probably going to win the World Cup. What do you want from me?
I respect the honesty.
Do you think he's neurodivergent in somehow, or do you just think he doesn't care?
No, I just think he doesn't care.
I agree with you. Well, I think he's...
I'm here to score goals. I'm very self-aware. And I do what I'm meant to do. I'm just going to tell the truth. He's like an anti-politician. It's great.
Yeah, he's absolutely fun. Obviously, when people were comparing him to Mbappe initially, I didn't like it. I still don't think they're particularly close as players. But once I got past that, I was just like, you know what? He's actually he's charming in his own weird way.
He's extremely charming. I mean, not looks-wise, he's ugly as anything.
Oh, he's a gargoyle.
But his personality is.
Yeah, like
he's very endearing.
He doesn't take himself too seriously.
No, not at all.
So
and he's very, very good, which helps.
Yeah, obviously. Like, if he was crap and he was like this, you're like, what the hell? Like, you should beat it. You need to focus more on football.
Yeah. Yeah. But because he produces, you're just like, well, you can say what you want.
Yeah. So I like him. He's a nice player. He's better than, he's a really, really good player. So
Yeah.
Obviously they beat Senegal. So that's a big win because obviously that puts them in a position where they're through now. So they're basically ready. Like where am I looking at?
6 points now.
Yeah, they're on 6 points, so they're both through. So that group is basically set outside of the positioning of the.
And Senegal could, if they run up the numbers, they could potentially.
No. So I'm saying that group is set in terms of positioning outside of 1-2.
Yeah.
Obviously, that goal for Senegal gives them a chance, but I don't think they'll end up I don't think they'll end up going through.
No, we'll see what happens.
I do think France will be. So I think it's annoying because I wanted Senegal to draw against Norway because that way France could rest some of their guys going into the next game. Like as nice as it would be for Mbappe to keep running up numbers on all these defenders, I would much rather him rest. So yeah, and that goal by Norway was sneaky huge as well because that goal by Senegal.
They're not resting Mbappe.
No, because the last two tournaments they would only bring him off the bench in the third game.
Serious?
Yeah. So in Game 3 against Denmark, he was on the bench until the 70th minute, and then in Game 3 against Tunisia, which France actually lost 4 years ago, they came off the bench again.
Even with him chasing the Golden Boot.
Well, he didn't really chase it that much until he bagged a couple against. Because the Golden Boot race actually wasn't. Like, he was on 5, and Messi was also on 5, I think, going into it. No, Mbappe was on 5 going into the final, and I think Messi was on 6. So Messi was actually ahead. So Mbappe didn't chase it per se. He just sort of ended up running into it because he scored 3 in the final. Because he was a bit wider in that tournament. So he was scoring just by product of how good he was, not because he was chasing it.
Uh-huh.
So, France and... So that goal differential thing actually ended up... Because Norway would have then been ahead on goals scored and France would have needed to win. Mbappe will play. Norway are clearly able to be got at because Iraq scored against them and Senegal scored twice against them. So I think France will probably win that game. I hope so, because then that gives them a nice window into the next round and they get a few days off before they play whoever they play. And then, do you think France beat Norway, by the way?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and then Senegal, Iraq. Do we even care about that?
Well, Senegal, it would be nice if they got through to...
Well, now who cares about random teams?
Another French-speaking country.
Oh, so now you just have a bias to all these baguette people.
I have a lot of friends from Senegal.
I don't believe these people are real.
Sadio Mane.
Oh, go away.
I don't actually have friends from Senegal.
Exactly.
But I've met people from Senegal, and Sadio Mane,
Right.
I'd like that for him, his last World Cup.
Right, Group J. So...
I love how you just ignored that.
Yeah, I did. Group J. Messi and Mbappe on the same day is absolutely brilliant schedule. It happened at the last World Cup as well. Because I remember...
They just need to do this every single time they play. Just put them on the same day, back to back.
Yeah, it's like even... So, the last World Cup, I think it was France played at 8 o'clock on the Monday, and Argentina played at 11 o'clock on the Tuesday, 11 a.m. So 8 p.m, 11 a.m. So those are back to back then. Game 2, France beat Denmark at 5 o'clock or something, and then Argentina beat Mexico at 8 o'clock. And so I think it's because they were Group C and D, so they were always scheduled in the same block. And if Argentina didn't finish top of that group, they would have played each other in the last 16, and Argentina weren't good enough yet to beat France. That makes me so angry. Messi would have gone home disgraced again, and Mbappe would have gone back to back, but no! I'm still so salty about that World Cup, man. What do you mean he scored a hat-trick in the final and they didn't win?
It's been 4 years, you're meant to move on.
I'm never getting over that. If they win this tournament especially, I'm definitely never getting over it.
Why?
Because they would have been a penalty shootout away from a 3-peat.
That's true.
Three-peat in the World Cup. He can just retire and go home now at 27 years old and he'd be a GOAT contender. But no! He'd never be a best ever contender because he's just not as good as Messi or Maradona.
You don't really believe in the, I just watch the players and I don't care about accomplishments. You don't really believe that.
No, because here's the thing. Mbappe wouldn't be the best. And if someone were to say he was the best, and someone were to start arguing, I would just sit in the corner and not get involved. Even though I would disagree.
So you're saying Mbappe scored his penalty in the penalty shootout. If his other players had delivered and they three-peated, that would mean he's a GOAT contender. Whereas, even though he scored his penalty, his other teammates messed it up, and therefore it's on him that he's not in the GOAT conversation.
Listen, Mbappe can never be a best ever contender. GOAT and best ever are two different things. Kareem is above Magic in the GOAT rankings because he's got 6 MVPs and he's won at 2 different teams, and Magic only had 5, and Kareem also had more MVPs and this and that and the rest of it. But I think Magic's a better player than Kareem.
Yeah, I get that.
It's the same thing, right? Bapard is never going to be a best ever contender. He's just not good enough, right? I accepted that a long time ago. He caps out at 4 or 5 or something like that. He's in that tier 2 at best.
Yes.
But with a GOAT contender, if he has 3 World Cups and they were all 3 in a row, because Pele only really won 2 because he only played 1 game in 62, then Mbappe can be shamelessly argued as the greatest of all time. But no! No, that's so bad. I shouldn't have said that. Kolo Muani decided to kick the ball straight at Emi Martinez. And then we had a pen shootout. And I had zero faith in France.
It would be sweet if they won this year and you missed out on the three-peat.
I mean, look, I won't care really, because ultimately 3 finals, 2 wins, and he's the best offensive player for both wins. Great. Awesome. But it just would have been so much better if it was a three-peat. Mini dynasty.
It would be a mini dynasty.
2 and 3.
I hope they win now, just so that hangs over you.
I am the only schizophrenic person in the world who's already thinking of this.
It hadn't even crossed my mind.
I know. Right. So we were meant to talk about Argentina 5 minutes ago, and I started crying about 4 years ago. So Messi he's a wizard. Like, okay, it's still 1 game a week, so he gets plenty of time to chill between games. But it's so much fun, the nonsense he's still up to.
It is indeed. He was gassed at the end of last game. Like, I've never seen him so gassed. But it's great. And I'm so annoyed he missed that penalty, because you could have had back-to-back hat-tricks, and that would have just been great.
Yeah. I don't think he's in the game at the end, to be fair, if he scores that penalty. Because then it's 2-0, you want him to rest, because ultimately he is old. And by the way, when you said gassed, did you mean happy or tired?
No, like tired.
Yeah, I thought as much, because I was thinking, like...
He was glowing.
Yeah, he is, like... I think people, like... This is why Messi can't be the best in the world anymore, just because physically he can't take it. But if you need him for 7 games, which is perfect, because that's what the World Cup is, then sure. But even then, right, in the knockout stages...
You can't dominate over a whole season the way he did.
But even then, the knockout games are going to be every 3rd day now. So after this group stage game, so I don't know how he's going to be able to... I think eventually he starts blowing. And I actually, like... If he's not there physically, I think they would lose to Portugal in the quarterfinals. But
no, I don't see that happening. He wouldn't let that happen.
No, just if he has no wind. Like, because if
Ronaldo would be so... Ronaldo acts like he doesn't care, but he would be so happy if that happened.
Did you see So someone asked him, Messi scored. Someone asked him as he was walking off from the interview, did you see Messi scored? Did that fact? And he was like, I don't want to talk about any of the players.
Yeah, he just ignored him, didn't it?
Yeah, man. We'll get on to Cristiano Ronaldo shortly. So Argentina, they've got Jordan. So obviously they're in fairly good spot.
Incoming hat trick again.
I mean, I don't think they should play him, to be honest with you.
No, they shouldn't. I really hope they rest him.
The group's locked up. like, they've got the head-to-head over Austria and Algeria, so regardless of what happens, they're going to win the group.
They don't need to play in 90 minutes, but they keep playing in 90 minutes.
Well, the second game you want to win, so you get the group locked up, and you have the head-to-head over Austria. So I understood it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, now with the groups all locked up, just play him half an hour at the end of the game if you wanted to just keep some sharpness, but it's Messi. You don't really need to do that. Like, he's just a born footballer. So, yeah.
I hope they take him off early against Jordan, because I don't want him playing a full 90 minutes. I don't want him to stat chase. That would just be a bit sad.
I mean, to be honest, there's nothing else left for him, really. Like, okay, the back-to-back World Cups, the first time since '62, would be the coolest thing. But at the same time, like, he's just old now. You don't really want to take your chances too much. Especially because he had a minor injury at the end of the MLS season. You'd much rather him get some rest.
Yeah, sure.
So, I mean, I think Argentina will win either way just because Jordan are rubbish. Like,
yeah, that'd be up on them.
And then I think Algeria, Austria will be a draw.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Austria are just not very good.
Actually, no, I think Austria will win. Like, they beat up Jordan. Algeria barely beat them. I think Austria will win that game. So I think the group will end up 6-6, but Argentina will end up winning it on head-to-head. Right, we're going to go to Group L, then we'll go back to Group... Actually, no. We will do Group K first. So, Colombia. Winning World Cup games.
Yeah.
They are doing well. I've always quite liked James. Especially in World Cup.
I just love Diaz still.
Yeah, so we both have our own rooting interest with Colombia here. So, mine's is...
Spanish speaking.
I don't care about the language.
I'm just going to do this for every French and Spanish speaking team in the tournament.
Oh, wait. I'm going to kick you off the call.
Just wait for the knockout rounds.
Owen, what's your rooting interest based off?
Who
speaks what language? You do not have Colombian friends!
I have ties with the cartel.
Oh, go away.
No, I actually do have Colombian friends. Not in the cartel, but there's lots of Colombians in Alicante.
Okay, fine. But either way, right, so Colombia, they got a win against the Congo, which is a good result for them. So that gives them... all they need now is a draw in the last game against Portugal, and they'll top the group, which is, that's really good for them.
Indeed.
It was a nice late goal. Daniel Munoz, he bagged his goal, so they're in a nice spot. So we'll have to see what happens with them in the final game. And, I mean, hopefully they can... hopefully they put up a good show. But Colombia are tough, like they're never an easy out for whatever reason. Like if they play well. No, they didn't beat the Congo, sorry. Who did they beat last night? They did beat the Congo. Yeah, they did.
The Congo.
Yeah, it was the Congo. For some reason the game isn't registered on here yet. So yeah, they beat the Congo, and they're in a very advantageous spot because obviously Portugal bungled it against the Congo in the first game, which is really embarrassing. So they're in a spot now where they're in control of their own destiny and they can easily...
I think Colombia will do it,
You reckon? Well, all they need is a draw.
I think they'll draw.
Well, all they need is a draw. And I can see that happening because we'll have to see what happens. Like, the next game is only in 3 days' time because it's Saturday night, I think. So Ronaldo only gets a few days of rest. Portugal, their attack isn't very good because they don't really have any real athleticism. Like, their fastest player at top might be still Ronaldo in terms of... It's either him or Neto. So that's not a good sign because one of the guys is 41 years old. So Colombia, they're in a good spot. There's a good chance to do it. Portugal! All hail Homelander!
No.
All hail Homelander! 6 World Cups! He scored at 6 World Cups! Owen, he scored at 6 World Cups. No one else has done it.
He is so embarrassing.
He's not embarrassing. He scored 2 goals that weren't tap-ins and weren't penalties.
Like, it's just really embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
How much that meant to him when he was playing Uzbekistan.
Oh, and it's a World Cup.
Is it Uzbekistan?
It's a World Cup.
He was clearly in his own head.
It is a World Cup.
You say he has aura, he's got his shirt tucked in, which is a neek move to start with.
So every NBA player is a neek, are they?
Yes.
Oh, well, that makes this awkward.
But, no one does that in football. It's just weird.
I think Mbappe does sometimes.
And then at the end of the game, after scoring twice against Uzbekistan, who are one of the worst teams I've ever watched on a football field,
So?
he starts going, I'm back to the camera.
Goals are goals, and he was in a very difficult position mentally. He had not scored a tournament goal since 2022. He had not scored a non-penalty
That's
tournament.
why it's so embarrassing.
He had not scored a non-penalty tournament goal since 2021. Okay?
There's not many people who can just shamelessly grind my gears
Owen,
to the point when
you wanted them.
No shame.
Owen, do you know, PSG have no strikers. And Gonzalo Ramos is the fourth choice striker.
Okay, I was a bit in over my head saying he should start over now.
So who should start over him?
No one. He should start.
Thank you. Finally, that's what I wanted to hear.
I've admitted he should start.
Exactly, right?
It doesn't make him less embarrassing or shameless.
No. Listen, he is in a very, very delicate position. It's his final World Cup, and he needed to score... Well, it should be his final World Cup, but he might not be.
He'll probably come back for more, because he'll be like 2 goals short of 1,000.
No, he'll get the 1,000 by next year. He's playing in Saudi Arabia, after all.
I know, I'm only joking.
But no, listen. 5 goals, good for Portugal. It's very good they thumped them, because ultimately, if they didn't thump Uzbekistan, it would be very concerning.
Yes.
Nuno Mendes got his goal. Rafa Leao got one. There was also an own goal forced. So overall, very positive performance from Portugal. They didn't lose. They weren't even, they had the game wrapped up in the first 5 minutes, essentially.
Uh-huh.
Like, they didn't concede any big chances. They're in a nice spot. Like, I'm very happy with that. I really hope that they can beat Colombia, because I want them to be I want them to win the group, because that will give them a nicer first round draw. Like, the only way that I would want them to finish second is if England were to somehow lose to Panama, because then England and Portugal would play in the round of 32.
Why do you want that to happen?
Because English media despises Ronaldo, and Ronaldo hates them back. So it would
England are not losing to Panama.
They could.
Yeah, straight.
They just drew to Ghana.
That is not happening.
They just drew to Ghana.
Yeah, and Ghana are way better than Panama.
I know.
England beat Panama 6-0 last World Cup.
2 World Cups, but yes, I get your point. Yeah, man, it's... listen, I do expect Portugal to... I think Portugal will beat Colombia. I think it'll be a tight 2-1 game. Colombia only scored 3 against Uzbekistan. They only scored 1 against Congo, which admittedly Portugal only did as well. So I think Ronaldo will make his mark again. I really think that Portugal should put Rafa Leao in as one of the wingers.
Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done... why they were playing João Felix. Leao is just better.
He's just an unserious guy.
It seems he's fell out of favour with the coach, but...
Leao's just an unserious football player.
They really need to play him off the left. How would I do this?
Or even you go with a front 2 with Ronaldo and Leao.
Yeah.
And you play the midfield 3.
Play both Bernardo and...
Nah, Bernardo's done for Portugal. He's awful.
Yeah, true. João Neves, Vitinha, Bruno, and then
Felix.
Leao.
Felix behind Ronaldo and Leao. Because apparently, for some reason, Ronaldo and Felix actually click pretty well together.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, okay.
They won't do it, but I do think that Leao is their most talented offensive player, so they need to get him in there somehow.
They do. I don't know why he's on one of their last subs to come off the bench.
And then Congo, Uzbekistan. I think Congo will win that.
Yeah, me too.
Congo are going to be in the knockout round.
Yeah, that would be great for them. Cool. I'd say 2-0.
Because that's going to be... So if our prediction... Wait, do you think Colombia are going to win or Portugal?
I said a draw.
Okay, so that'll be 7 for Colombia, 5 for Portugal, 4 for Congo. That's sneaky one of the more impressive groups.
Yeah.
Right, and then... So we're going to do Panama, Croatia first, and then we'll do the English. So Panama only lost by 1 goal to Croatia.
Yeah, Croatia just aren't what they were.
Yeah,
they'll probably still go through because they've only got Ghana to play.
Yeah, they'll probably... I can see... Actually, I think Ghana beat them, to be honest.
Ghana was really good last night.
Yeah, so...
I mean, they were harassing our players like constantly, but aside from that, they defended quite well.
Yeah, so I mean, they didn't concede a bunch of big chances. They were.
Kane really should have scored from that close.
What have I told you about this guy, man? I've been telling you for 10 years now.
I mean, I agree to a large part. I've never thought he's been a big game player, but
he's a coward.
I expect him to score against Ghana in the group stage from 5 yards out.
Yeah, that's true. But obviously, England, disappointing result. How do you feel now about it? Because obviously, after the first game, that was one of the 3 or 4 best tournament performances that England have had. At least one of the 2 or 3 best in our life.
Yeah.
So
listen, I'm not too mad. I was watching the game, but England, Ghana, did defend extremely well. England on another day might have scored 2 or 3, and that game was more. One goal could have broke it open, basically. So it was more just... And I think Tuchel knew that as well. Tuchel was just stay patient. Once we get a goal, the game's going to get more open, and then we can run the score up. But Ghana just were... their keeper had a few key saves. Kane had that big chance he missed. There were a few big chances. The one thing I was a bit annoyed about, I think Tuchel should have brought Rashford on a lot earlier, because his crosses actually started causing Ghana some problems, but he'd only brought him on too late for him to make that big of an impact.
I think Tuchel values Anthony Gordon's defensive work highly.
Yeah, which I get to start him, but I more mean once. I get, but it's Ghana, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think come the knockouts, you'll see the utility in it. But
so I think Gordon and Madueke, I don't mind them starting if we're playing bigger teams where we can play on the counter, we need to play with pace. I don't mind that, and they can also put in a defensive shift, more up and down players. But if you're playing a team like Ghana, put on some technical guys who can break teams down. So I don't really know what Tuchel was doing with the setup there.
I think he also just wants to have a settled first 11.
Yeah, I agree.
So you don't want to
So
be
I'm not mad,
chopping
because if they'd have got a late goal, which I think they should have had a penalty late in the game, which wasn't called.
That was a red card.
VAR just did not look at it, and I was like, what's going on? That is a clear penalty. Yeah, he did not touch the ball, he just took his leg out.
He took his knee.
Yeah, and then no one said, even the commentary didn't even mention it. I was like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
It was very clear on the
Ghana players. The Ghana players didn't even really appeal for it. I don't really know what was going on.
Yeah, I don't.
So
if they'd have stolen it late, I would have been mad.
Well, that would have led you into a difficult spot then, because then you would likely have Portugal in the round of 32, which is a very you'd think you'd be able to do a 42-year-old Ronaldo and a Portugal team which isn't very steady, but at the same time, you don't really want to face a team that talented that early. No.
So for that reason, I'm not actually mad, because I'm we kind of got away with one, and we've got Panama next. So.
Well, how would you? Because let's say, just sake of argument, somehow England draw or lose to Panama and Ghana win.
That's not happening.
No. Just entertain it for 2 seconds. Just pretend. Okay. We don't live. Listen, nothing's happened yet, right? No one's gonna put a gun to your head if it happens, right? Just relax. Do you how would that make you feel about England's chances the rest of the tournament? Because I think that would probably put you on. I don't know how to.
If we lose to Panama, I would feel terrible about our chances.
What about if you just draw?
We're not losing to Panama.
What about if you draw just in a similar fashion? You miss, but you create a bunch of chances and you just can't finish to save your life.
We're not losing or drawing to Panama. If we do, then I will feel terrible about our chances.
You're really hard on. You'll be
At least Ghana have some players. They have Semenyo and Partey, and they're right back.
Panama.
Who do Panama have?
The only time I've heard of Panama outside of World Cups is to do with geopolitical stuff mentioned in the '96 movie.
Exactly. It's not happening. And if it does, I feel bad about our chances.
And then Croatia, Ghana?
I think Ghana can play them tough. Croatia aren't really on it. I could actually see Ghana stealing that.
I think Ghana win that.
But I think England still go through on goal difference.
Okay. So right now
Yes, sorry.
we have this is just the third place stuff. So Sweden. So right now the third place teams that don't qualify are Congo, Ecuador, Bosnia, and Senegal. So all the teams who are on 1 point. But if any of these teams win, I think outside of Senegal, there is a very good chance they go through. So some teams will drop out, some teams won't. It's a very fluid situation.
Yeah, it's very fluid, so I can't quite keep track of it all in my head.
Neither do I. We'll get a better idea of it, obviously, when we record this. I imagine. So when do these group stages end?
Yeah, I'm excited for there to actually be a bracket that we can look at.
So these groups. So the first knockout game is 28th, which is what I believe it's Sunday. Yeah, it's Sunday. And the last group stage game is 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday night, so Saturday morning. And it's Argentina-Jordan. So we'll hopefully be able to record something on Sunday, if not.
That's the last group stage game.
Yeah, that's the last group stage game. And there's only one, then after that, there's only one knockout game on the Sunday. It's at 8 o'clock. And it'll be the second place team in Group A, which will probably be South Korea, against the second place team in Group B, which I imagine will be, if our predictions hold, it will be Canada. So it'll probably be South Korea against Canada. So we'll see. Obviously, we'll have the bracket. So a few teams obviously already wrapped up first place in the group. Germany have, Mexico have, the US have, Argentina have. So yeah, so there's gonna be it'll be some interesting stuff that goes on.
Yep, indeed.
So Argentina. So in terms of the ones that are actually locked in, so Germany are going to play the third place team of one of Group A, B, C, D, and F. Mexico will play the third place team in C, E, F, H, or I. Jesus Christ, it's confusing. Argentina have it much simpler. They just play the second place team in Group H.
Right.
Right.
Let's wait until we got the bracket. This is too much for my brain to
I know. So, oh yes, FIFA, do some rigging, my word. If Uruguay beat Spain, Spain play Argentina in the round of 32. Owen, we need Uruguay to win.
I would love for Yamal Messi.
Owen, we need Uruguay to win, and we need Cape Verde to not. We need Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia to draw, and we need Uruguay to beat Spain somehow. Yes, that is our rooting interest.
It's not happening.
Yeah, Owen, we need it. We can believe.
I don't want to believe.
Why?
I just want to see Yamal and Messi play.
You don't want to see Yamal and Messi play.
Of course I want to see them play.
So we need Uruguay to beat Spain.
Are they different sides of the bracket? Yeah. So I think there's a good chance that they see each other in the final.
Owen, go away. We don't want them to meet in the final. We want them to play France.
I don't want them to play in the round of 32. I want to see Yamal Messi in the final.
We want Mbappe Messi in the final, part 3.
We've already had an Mbappe Messi final.
We can have part 3. We can have a trilogy.
No, I hate Mbappe.
Why?
I want Yamal to go to the final and do what Mbappe couldn't do and beat the GOAT.
Screw you, Owen.
Screw you, Owen.
Right. That took us 92 minutes. We're going to be on 93 by the end of this minute. So,
My goodness.
right, next time. So the next one of these, hopefully we can make something work on Sunday. Because it would be...
Sunday?
Yeah, because that's before the knockouts. If not...
I don't think I'll be able to this Sunday, but we'll have to before the...
I mean, there's only going to be the one game. So if we miss Mexico, South Korea... And if we miss Mexico against whoever, it doesn't really matter that much.
I potentially could Sunday night, if not Monday.
Okay, we'll figure something out. And if not, we'll be able to get some predictions in. And we can hopefully get a...
And I'll have my laptop back.
Yes, we can get you on an actual thing as opposed to having you... Look, I had him on call for, how long does this say? 1 hour, 37 minutes. Because we were chit-chatting a bit before. We went
and I'm having my Wi-Fi installed on Monday.
Hooray! Right, now we won't have any internet difficulties either. My goodness.
Hopefully.
Okay. Oh,
actually, it'll be better Monday once the Wi-Fi's set up.
Very good. Okay, we'll see what works, and we will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.